The inconvenient truth about email is, number one, everybody uses it. Number two, 92% of all malware is delivered via email. So probably an issue. 56% of IT decision makers say that they're targeted phishing attacks, direct attacks, and the average ransomware cost is $5 million. I heard a bigger number today, but I don't know. That's a good number, $5 million. That's for every email that's sent out. No, it's average cost to breach. Add some ransomware. And it takes an average of 191 days to find these breaches. And all you guys who are specifically in industries that are regulated, healthcare, anyone who's doing business in Europe, QPRD, any of those things, you're seeing your compliance cost rise, and you're mainly doing security for mandates that are given to you versus security for security. But we want to talk about some quick common email threats. There's ransomware, there's phishing, there's spear phishing. These pictures with the dots don't mean anything other than to say there's lots of attacks going around everywhere. There's keyloggers, zero-day exploits, and the worst is social engineering, as our friends in the DNC found out. I want to talk about one specific attack. It's a multi-stage attack. So here's the problem, guys. Antivirus engines are good looking at profiles. If you have something that can receive a doc, open a file, do all this, no antivirus engine in the world is going to find that. It's just not going to find it. So, and candidly, a sandbox might not find that if it wasn't in long enough, right? So most sandboxes wouldn't find that attack either. So what are the challenges? If you get too security, you knock down productivity. You can totally lock down your network and no one gets an email. Hey, but you're safe. You're not going to pay a fine. You're not going to get a $5 million breach. It'll be nice. No one have to do any work. That's right. And you'd be protecting people from themselves. Anyone use those fun attacks that go on internal to your network where you send out the emails, the IT organization sends that attack? Can I tell you who fails them the most? Sales team. Sales team, when they're traveling on their phone, I click that link every time. I have to take that training once a week. My boss is over there. He can agree with that. The number of threats are raising exponentially. And the malware that they're building is built to evade sandboxes. It's built to evade antivirus engines. And the incidence of leakage is happening, and the mandates are growing, and they're not going to get any less, guys. The mandates are going to be more and more and more. So what do we have? We have a unique technology called CDR, Content Destruction and Reconstruction. So what we do, we call it data sanitization. Gartner calls it CDR. What that does is it takes files, takes any attack vectors that could happen. So let's just say you had a productivity document, like a Word document. Everybody emails Word documents around. You can have a picture with an embedded file in there. You could have a URL in there that could be malicious. You could have a DBA. You could have a macro in there. We have the ability on a configurable basis to remove those attack vectors and send that file on. We also have multi-scanning. So we have up to 30 engines on a Windows machine, 15 on a Linux machine, 15 or 14. I'm looking for someone. 14. He's good. 10. On a Linux machine to do multiple AV scans. So if you have one AV, so this is not endpoint protection, guys. This is network protection. So we are doing data scanning usually, and I'll show you where in just a second. And we have DLP. If you have a small DLP, it looks for serial numbers. It looks for ID numbers. It looks for credit cards. It looks for any regex or specific thing you wanted to program into it. It could look for specific phraseology. Like, my CEO is awesome. It could look that up, right? My CEO's over there. I had to say, my CEO is awesome. Okay, that'll work. Got it. So where do we sit? OPSWAT sits here in the middle. So you're getting your email. You have your email security. We augment people's email security. Whether you're getting it from a cloud provider, whether you're getting it from wherever, whether you're just getting it from a service provider, we go in between your email servers, whether it's on-site, whether it's off-site. And we have the ability to quarantine. We quarantine doing antivirus engine check, looking for any malicious content and block if it is. We do CDR, content, data sanitization, where we actually can sanitize the file, send them on. We actually have the ability to keep the original file, if you so desire, to keep your original file in a vault or in a other secure area, wherever you point it to. So we have the ability to take those files that could be malicious, sanitize them, look at them, make sure they all work. So I want to give you a quick example. We have a very good customer. It's been a customer for about 12 years, AppRiver. They are an email service provider out of Atlanta. And they came up with this thing. They use their tool in their own email service. They built that into it. And they're a very good customer, RESTful customer. And Chris Kane is an awesome guy. just paid me a whole lot of money last week. Very excited about him. And that's what I had.